We are surplus in electricity today. India produce 2% extra electricity as we require.
Okay.
But फिर भी load shedding रहता है.
फिर भी load shedding है. Definitely.
क्योंकि the generation is at the time when it is not required. दोपहर में होता है. जब सूर्यदेव प्रचंड होते हैं.
Yeah.
But the peak comes.
So basically, the idea is if you're storing it, so it can be used at any time.
Yes. So curtailment. Last year, India had curtailment of 2 terawatt hours. 2 terawatt hours की बिजली वेस्ट हुई है. अगर हमारे पास उसके लिए स्टोरेज होता तो we would have avoided the national loss.
And we are talking about crores here?
No. It's billions actually.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, 2 trillion means you can understand it's more like our economy, and multiply by 5 rupees of unit.
So it's good getting bigger. Okay, yeah. Let's not get into that first then.
It's more like our economy, the whole GDP.
Yeah. Wow. So that was amazing numbers. And who are your customers for BESS basically? Are you specifying your categories that you're selling BESS to these, or it's like anybody who wants to use it? As जैसे आपने कहा जिसका भी.
So there are 2 categories. One is for C&I, the commercial and industrial units. Those who want grid independence, they want to create their own grid, open access, or those sort of a thing. And the second is the utility, as you were talking about this BSES Rajdhani.
Yes.
Yeah, Abhishek ji.
Yes.
So we last week only we installed one BESS set in Saket.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's a very different case. Really different case. And then we got another case which is just opposite to BSES Rajdhani. Just see it this way. आपका एक लोकेलिटी है जहाँ पे 400 kVA का ट्रांसफार्मर लगा हुआ है. बट CRC की गाइडलाइन कहती है कि आप किसी भी ट्रांसफार्मर को 70% लोड तक चलाएंगे.
ओके.
बट
400 किलोवाट का ट्रांसफार्मर.
हाँ, 400 kVA का ट्रांसफार्मर. अब होता क्या है कि वो शाम को पीक पे चला जाता है 400 kVA फुल throttle. How transformer works is like, or any physics works is कि जब आपका कोई भी चीज़ 100% लोड पे चलती है तो एफिशिएंसी ड्रॉप हो जाती है बिकॉज ऑफ द करंट इज वेरी हाई, रेजिस्टेंस इज वेरी हाई, I/R losses are very high, heat generation is very high, and that gives you a load of 3% of efficiency of the transformer. मतलब 3% आपकी बिजली वेस्ट होती है.
Okay.
So the best idea was, as follow the CERC guideline, upgrade the transformer, which is a wired asset. So you have to get approval from PWD, CERC, and then municipality, and maybe the forest department if there are trees across it, and then float a tender, and it will take a time of 8 to 12 months.
Okay. Yeah. तो 1 साल proper लग रहा है इसको.
हाँ. And the alternative was just to install a BESS, a side of transformer. जब पीक आएगा तो 300 kV ट्रांसफार्मर से जाएगा और 100 kVA BESS से जाएगा. What this will help is optimizing the efficiency of transformer, deferral of the cost, fast execution, plus an extra advantage of energy arbitrage. What this DISCOM was purchasing from IEX for 10 rupees, now they don't have to.
Yeah.
They purchase in the lean hours for 1 rupee or 1.5 rupee and then discharge for the peak hours.
True.
So the saving was massive. And the alternative was quick and fast.
Do we have any numbers around it? मतलब जितना अभी कोई ये savings वगैरह के कोई number already आ चुके हैं? These are some expected numbers.
No, it's running. It's live and running. So when it comes to payback, it will be in 2 to 2.5 years. That's all.
Wow. I think those numbers when get published after 2 years, that is a largest of the saving that people will start seeing.
Yeah.
A practical view of the best technology.
Yeah, there are some cases where the requirement is just opposite, as like in Kerala. Kerala government don't give approval for rooftop solars now.
Don't give. Because they are excess of it now?
Yeah, it's excess. Now, when they generate excess in known, the transformer cannot handle.
Okay, what will they
send it back to the grid?
Okay.
So it's just opposite of what is in Delhi.
So that's a saturated market then?
Yes, so the best way is, again, just to install a BESS right at the community level. Store the energy from them and then again supply it back to them.
Yeah. That's the next step possibly the government should now look at.
With least transmission losses. Because they are generating, you are storing it for them and then again supplying it back to them. Without using transformer, without using anything.
Very nice, Akash. some great numbers actually, and some good visualizations across the state also. But because you've been running this company for now 3 years almost,
Yes.
and previously some companies also. So अगर एक बेस्ट की कंपनी देखा जाए तो एक डीप टेक कंपनी भी है, because you have talked about hardware, software, everything included, right? So what has been the exact challenges to you, or the top challenges that you faced in last 3 सालों में? क्या वो एक ट्रस्ट थिंग है, या पीपल वर द चैलेंज, और पॉसिबली पेशेंस रखना कि जब ये फैक्ट्री होगी एंड देन वी विल हैव सम गुड फ्यूचर?
I can still recall the problems when we were sitting around the huddle room and discussing कि yeah हो क्या रहा है. We actually what we were doing when we started, BESS was not very common subject. इसकी full form भी नहीं पता थी 3 साल पहले बहुत सारे लोगों को.
True.
The first tender for UPPCL was L1 bid by us only.
Okay, this is which year?
June 2023.
23. Okay.
Yeah. And we were L1 against JSW ECME Awada. वो आईसा वाली लिस्ट देखोगे तो उसमें सबसे ऊपर कॉन्टिनेंटल मिलको से हमारा नाम दिख जाएगा.
Very nice.
So that's where we started. And उसके बाद वो प्राइस रेस जो हुई वो तो एक अलग ही चीज़ थी. बट when we talk to C&I and the customer, when we really want to work on ground and understand, not the discoms, to the people, the actual industrialist, we found that we were solving a problem which was taken for granted. That was the biggest issue. People were not taking it as a problem. Use of diesel generator is a norm. It's
Yes.
not something people consider as a problem
As
at
a
all.
problem.
They feel it's normal.
Because it's a backup. Possibly
Yeah.
उनको कोई एक ऐसी चीज़ है जो इलेक्ट्रिसिटी दे रही है. For them it was probably usual.
Exactly, it was
is,
normal. And if we ever asked any customer of ours that time कि भैया आपका diesel generator लगता कितना है, he had no idea.
True.
No idea. It was taken for granted. अरे लगता होगा जितना लगता होगा ये तो
लगना ही है.
Whatever is the cost component added to the product.
Wow.
So the problem was we were solving a problem which was taken for granted for years. It was totally a new category creation. BESS was not existing before. It was something like selling Bisleri to people which were drinking it all along from the hand pump before.
Okay.
है ना. अब हम कह रहे हैं कि यार ये बिस्लरी की बोतल ले लो. वो कहता है पानी तो फ्री मिलता है यार, कैसी बातें कर रहे हो. Or something like what happened to EV also. Still people are facing the same problem. Like सबको रेंज एंजाइटी है. आज 500 किलोमीटर की कार भी आ गई तब भी आदमी को लगता है 500 किलोमीटर के बाद क्या. सेम हैपेंड विद BESS ऑल्सो. 2 घंटे बाद क्या, तब भी तो डीजल जनरेटर चलेगा ना. They were not considering it. It is optimizing your fuel efficiency. It is helping. Environment is very secondary to everyone. You know, we may talk in cold rooms, AC rooms always कि भैया environment, sustainability and all, but on ground no one cares. No one cares. That's the fact.
Of course, for people जो रह रहे हैं उनके लिए यूटिलिटी मैटर करता है कि ये मेरे लिए काम करता है. That's it.
That's it.
Environment is definitely could be secondary for them.
And even for the big companies, ESG compliance is just a paper washing. They do it for doing purpose. They don't have intent of doing any ESG thing. Like you may just list down top 1,000 companies and see what activities they would have done for their ESG compliance. You can easily figure it out. This is done for doing only.
Okay.
Not very complicated. It's very easy to understand and contemplate. So the first problem was we were solving a problem which was taken for granted. Second problem was people had this thought that this is only for 2 hours. What after 2 hours? This is only for 4 hours. What after 4 hours? The anxiety was
चाहे ज़रूरत हो या ना हो.
Yeah. ज़रूरत हो या ना हो. Exactly. The average commute of any Indian here is 30 kilometers per day. But we talk about what after 500 kilometers. It's insane.
Exactly.
Yeah. Average load shedding in India is only 2 hours. That's why we designed the system for 2 hours.
That's why probably these systems were designed like that.
So just to optimize, we are not saying this is disaster management. This is optimizing your efficiency. So let's work in that way. Third problem was optimism of people. You know, हमारे घर के आगे जो रोड होती है, अगर उसका बनना होता है तो हम बोलते हैं अपने लोकल MLA वगैरह से बात करते हैं तो वो बोलता है कि यार होली के बाद बनेगी. फिर दोबारा बात आती है, होली चली जाती है, दिवाली के बाद बनेगी, है ना. It keep on going and with that answer we never repair the slope in front of our house.
Of course.
कि यार बनेगी तो तोड़ेगा, और 3 साल निकल जाते हैं, 4 साल निकल जाते हैं, हमारा स्लोप वैसे ही रहता है कि यार नहीं बन जाएगी. तो हमारा ऑप्टिमिज्म बहुत हाई है, मे बी बिकॉज ऑफ गवर्नमेंट पॉलिसी और सिस्टम और वट एवर, हो या ना हो. सो दैट्स व्हाट पीपल हैव द फीलिंग ऑल्सो कि यार पहले 4 घंटे लाइट जाती थी, अब 2 घंटे जाने लगी है, हो सकता है आगे जाए ना.
Okay.
This was the
No,
real
which is true. Which is true.
Exactly. And we are happy अगर अपनी कंट्री इस तरीके से ग्रो करती है और कल को नहीं जाती है तो what's best could have been done, उससे अच्छा नहीं हो सकता. बहुत बढ़िया जी, ऐसा ही होना चाहिए. But what about the reliance? You are still reliant on some supply, and that supply is coming on the cost of coal, diesel, what is being imported. And when it is being imported, our forex reserves are depleting, and that is impacting your rupee, and in turn your whole business, because we still import many things from China. If my rupee is depreciated, I am impacting my business.
Yes.
And this should be a cumulative effort. If we everyone work on ground level to have independence of our electricity, solar plus BESS, then government don't need to invest in. And then what will happen next is India will be a sovereign energy electricity country. We don't have to import anything. The economy, GDP and everything will grow very fast and will become competitive to those Chinese people also if my electricity cost is cheaper.
True. Every शायद किसी भी एक चीज को हम लेकर चले and it will have a larger impact also. That's what you are also trying to say.
Yes.
And
Or
possibly,
every
and
small
then
step.
it will have further impacts on our export bills, import bills, and
Exactly.
whatever that.
So if we actually want to export, we have to be competitive with them. And the way they have done their scale and economies, they have a huge difference of peak and off peak hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, 1 RMB versus 2.5 RMB. मतलब 10 रुपए और 25 रुपए, ये पीक और ऑफ पीक का डिफरेंस है चाइना में.
Wow. Wow.
I am happy Maharashtra has taken the initiative and first step. They have moved from 7 to 14 rupees or 15 rupees. That's the gap of peak and
difference
off
there.
peak hours.
Okay.
So it's good, but and we have to understand this electricity cost is inflating every year, at least by 8 to 10%. हर साल बढ़ती है. If you today control with solar plus BESS,
तो शायद उसको हम
आपको इन्फ्लेशन का तो कोई पॉइंट ही नहीं
possibly we could stabilize those prices. Possibly.
Yeah. So yeah, it's your investment. You have done it. That's done. Generation is coming from solar without any inflation. Battery is discharging without inflation. It has a life of 25 years.
Yeah.
So you have controlled the inflation. Our logistic cost today is very high. You know, that's another part which we are not solving.
Yeah.
Yeah, as good enough, we don't have anything in logistic, but country's logistic cost is very high. It's 3 times compared to China.